Hospitals are talking about men or women. And we shouldn't get bullied. And we shouldn't get bullied into believing that people can be any sex they want to be. They can't. A man is a man, and a
UK's Prime Minister Rishi Sunak apparently is under serious attack after her controversial statement of saying that people must not, especially, allowed to choose exactly the gender they are and all of that. I mean, for those of you who have seen the video, you could see how passionate he spoke about it. But looks like some of the members of the LGBT community really have sparked some heat on him. And well, let's see how interesting the times comes or serves us ahead. Well, Daily Trends, we're here to tell exactly what Rishi Sunak did say or has been saying, and what the LGBT community or some group of persons in the community really have been robbing about. For more news, do well to log on to pinaxnews.com, and of course, do well to let us know exactly what your thought and comment is about this particular episode so far. Now, a video apparently has surfaced on social media, which captures the UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak addressing in a forum or a meeting, I should say. Now, in the particular, video, he cited something very interesting, and it looks like some of the people in the LGBT community really are upset about, his thought or his comment that he put out there. But let's check out the video and see exactly what he said and what really some fans also have been, saying about this interesting conversation that he apparently put out there about the sexuality or identity of, kids.
When hospitals are talking about men or women, and we shouldn't get bullied. And it also shouldn't be controversial for parents to know what their children are being taught in school about relationships. Patients should know when hospitals are talking about men or women. And we shouldn't get bullied. And we shouldn't get bullied into believing that people can be any sex they want to be. They can't. A man is a man and a woman is a woman. That's just common sense.
Well, after this interesting conversation he put out there, a lot of people, read meanings to it, with some even saying that what really is he talking about, trying to dictate what or how someone should, live his life or even portray himself to be. So it's become an interesting conversation on Twitter, especially, and of course, some of the LGBT, community group also have rolled their, disgust about all of them. But I personally think that he was trying to make a point because, I don't want to put myself in this situation of addressing anything, but what really is your thought about it in the comment section? I think it will be appreciated. I thought he was making sense. I think he personally, personally, I think he wasn't making sense, but unfortunately, you know how the society is very opinionated, and of course, you cannot say anything and just go scot-free like that. And so, looks like a lot of people, who also have watched the video are very much on, in anger, in this particular video that you just watched, especially his situation, when someone visits the hospital, they must be, aware that you're a male, you're a female, and this is what, the gender apparently is stipulated in the card and whatever. We don't have all other genders where you have to also, insist on who you are, on the card and all of that. And so he says that a man will always be a man, and a woman will always be a woman, and that is common sense. Now, the common sense part is what really has triggered a whole of conversations on social media, with some even saying that was an unnecessary statement, from the Prime Minister. And of course, looks like a lot of people are really dragging him for his thought and comment. But maybe you can check out the video and pay attention to how passionate he sounded. And of course, with the exception of the common sense part, just listen to what Rishi Sunak apparently was putting out there. And if you agree with him, let us know. If you don't, also let us also know in the comment section.
And it also shouldn't be controversial for parents to know what their children are being taught in school about relationships. Patients should know when hospitals are talking about men or women. And we shouldn't get bullied. And we shouldn't get bullied into believing that people can be any sex they want to be. They can't. A man is a man and a woman is a woman. That's just common sense.
Well, common sense, he says. This is just common sense, and it's very interesting. So, do you agree with him? I mean, this is a general conversation that really, has been going on social media, and of course, while some are saying that he apparently was speaking out the right information out there, some also say that, or maybe some. I mean, generally, let's also open this conversation because of his religion, and so while there's no way he being a Muslim he would want to I should say promote or encourage the kind of sexuality that everyone would want to endorse for themselves, and so that's another conversation that most people also have been having on social media after this interesting tweet when but some people are also wanting him to be ripped off from his position after this interesting conversation that he did put out there. So some are even saying that he should step down for this allegedly, I should say, controversial, pathetic statement he put out there. Some also in support of what he said, and so generally it's become a heated conversation going on social media with some people with the LGBT community also roaring high against his his comments over there, and some even saying that that was such an unfortunate statement coming from a Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak. Well, we do know that, I mean, what also happened to himself and the wife? Are they still together? No, they're not, right? I think they divorced and all of that. So what happened to them? So I'm just curious. I'm just asking anyway. Someone asked me to ask, so I'm just also signaling, that particular information. But he says that a man will be a man, a woman will be a man, and that is common sense. Well, I do agree that is common sense, but they said he should step down for, reasons being that he apparently has used a common sense analogy, about the sex of people who want to find their selves in a certain gender, and so if you're trans out there, and if you are what's the name they call, is it LGBTQ plus QI, blah 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 blah, and so I'm sure most of you have seen the video out there. And what really will be your thought and comment about that? And of course, if you're a parent and your child comes to you as a man, or a lady saying that I am a man, I know I'm a man, I just want to transition to becoming a girl or become a girl, or I am a lady or a girl, I want to transition to become if a male, how really would you deal with that situation as a parent? And of course, what really will be your advice for that person? Well, let's know what you think about this in the comment section. Thanks for watching.